Jim Burt as he attempts to rejoin his teammates down here in the victorious locker room area. And now it is time to present the Vince Lombardi Trophy for this great season-end performance, not only by Burt, but the entire New York Giants football team. And with me is the Commissioner of Football, Pete Rozelle, and one of the co-owners of the New York Giants, Wellington Mara, and their outstanding coach, Bill Parcells. Commissioner, you make the presentation.
I'm very pleased to congratulate Wellington Mara, the president of the Giants, and also the president of the National Football Conference. Well, your father, Timothy J. Mara, founded the Giants in 1925. In that first season, you were a 9-year-old ball boy. And ever since that time, I think the Giants have been both the business and the love of the Mara family. Bill, all I can say is I'm sure you will reject it, but you're this year's NFL Genius Coach. President Reagan has been watching, and he asked me to advise you that for your convenience, we'd like to have the whole Giant squad at the White House. Well, congratulations.
Wellington, your thoughts now. Well, Brent, 2 weeks ago, I told Virginia McCaskey that if there were words to express my opinion, I didn't know them yet. I'm not any smarter today than I was then, but I'm very proud to represent the great bunch of men, our coaches and our players, and I'm very happy to accept this in their behalf in recognition of the effort and the achievement that they accomplished by their effort this year. Bill, take it away. Coach. Great moment for you, Bill, and I have to harken back to the third quarter. It was 4th and 1 at midfield. There are a lot of coaches who would have said, let's punt it. I've got a great punter and a tremendous defense. You decided to gamble at that moment in this game. Tell me about it.
Well, it was about 2 feet, and it's something we've had all year, Brent. And, you know, you're trying to win the game. This is for the World Championship, and, you know, it's not for faint-hearted people, so you got to take your shot, and, you know, it just paid off. I have a lot of confidence in our guys. When I challenge them with that kind of call, they try to make the play. They made every one of them we tried this year.
Bill, did you do anything differently when you saw that Phil Simms had such a hot hand here today?
No, but I'd just like to say that I think that ought to dispel any myth about Phil Simms, because I tell you, he was absolutely magnificent today. Absolutely.
Best game played in a Super Bowl a long time by a quarterback. You'd have to harken back to the performances of a Terry Bradshaw.
Well, that might be the best game a quarterback's played, and yet you might count all the games for this year.
Now, coaches have had so much trouble repeating, coming back again. I hate to yank you into the future, but what will you tell this group of athletes to try to keep their minds focused in on winning again?
My guys got a good work ethic. They're dependable. They're reliable people. And I think the challenge will be to, you know, to see what we can do and maybe separate ourselves from some of those other great teams. If we can come back and keep competing the way we have, you know, I think we'll be competitive for a while.
Congratulations, Coach. You did a magnificent job.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And our Super Bowl today, post-game festivities will continue from the New York Giant locker room in just a moment. The video diary of Tony Galbraith continues here in the Giants locker room. The man who made it work, Phil Simms. He's with Irv Frost. Let's go to Irv.
You know, Brent, Phil Simms threw 11 consecutive receptions, setting a Super Bowl record. Of course, you did everything well, Phil. Your MVP. Did you feel like you could have gone 100% today?
Yeah, I did. I just felt like when we were warming up, I just told everybody, I said, I got it today. You know, I was throwing the ball real well. And, you know, we had a lot to prove our offense coming in here because people didn't say anything about us all week. And I think everybody thought our receivers couldn't be a part of this team. And we had something to prove. And we talked about it all week. We were going to come out of here running, and we were just going to think they could cover us. And the receivers, everything, the game plan was terrific. It really was.
So what was the difference in the first half and the second half? Because you guys didn't score against the ball the first time we played them in New York, but you were a completely different team in the second half.
Well, today in the second half, you know, in the first half we moved it every time. I just had a breakdown a couple of times and just missed completing big passes. And, you know, we stayed with the same stuff, and we just got it going, and we hit a few big plays. And, you know, sometimes you get it going, it's like it's hard to stop it. That's the way we were today.
Congratulations, Phil. Super Bowl 21's most valuable player, Phil Simms.
All right, the other co-owner of the Giants and a man who was instrumental in helping bring George Young to the franchise is Tim Mara.
But then you had to turn this group around. There were some lean times, your reflection.
You're right, Brent, and I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of my mother and my sister and myself to congratulate the players, congratulate the assistant coaches, and to congratulate the greatest head coach the Giants have had in my lifetime, Bill Parcells, and to thank this man right over here, George Young, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have done this today. And I'm very happy for all our fans because they deserve it. Thank you, Brent.
Really, thank you. George, your feelings now. This is such a great moment for you. You helped put this team together.
Well, Brent, I'm so happy for both sides of the Marrow family because they gave me the support to try to help Bill Parcells do the wonderful job he's done and how well the players have done. We have great players and great support from the owners. Just what else can you say? And I'm very happy, really, to see the happy faces of the Giants fans because they've supported us so much for so long.
Well, George and Tim, I don't want to sensationalize the point, but nor do I want to leave without referring to it. And that's the fact that Wellington and Tim do not get along, but the fact remains. They kept the focus on winning football games. They got the job done this year, and they deserve to be acclaimed for that. We will continue with the Super Bowl Today post-game show in just a moment. The story. Denver coach Dan Reeves is with my colleague Will McDonough in the Bronco locker room. Let's go to Will.
Brent, thanks very much. Dan, it looks like you had a great opportunity in that first half to put this ball game away.
Well, Will, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Marrows. George Young, Bill Parcells, his entire coaching staff, and a great football team, for winning the Super Bowl. They certainly played a great football game. The first half, we just didn't, we could have scored about 10 more points at least in the first half, and we knew going into the ball game, if we didn't take advantage of every opportunity we have, we'd be in, tough shape, and we missed a couple of field goals, got first and goal to go on the one and don't score, and so that really was disappointing coming at the half, but we still had the lead.
In the second half, they just took the game away from you.
Well, they did. The field position, in the third quarter really killed us. We had the ball backed up, I think, on a 15-yard line about the first 3 times we touched it. They keep us from making a first down. They get great field position, and their offense stuck it in the end zone. We knew going in the ball game, or felt like going in the ball game, we couldn't get in a scoring contest with it. But their defense is a 2-minute defense all the time, and we just didn't have enough to keep it interesting there in the third quarter.
Jim, congratulations on a great year. Let's go back to Brent.
All right, well, Coach Reeves alluded to that defense, and 2 of the key members are right with me. The youngster who is destined to become one of the best in the NFL if he keeps playing at this rate, Carl Banks. Carl, the goal line stand, the third down play, you had a huge hand in it. Tell me about it.
Well, it was a key play for us, and the key to making the play was to get penetration. And I got down in 3-point stands, and I said, hey, I got to get in the backfield because they are slashing runners, and they want to hit it quick up into the hole. So it was 2 tight ends, and I got in between the both of them, and I just darted in the backfield.
All right, Carl, and of course, George Martin, he scores more points than any defensive player in history. George, the safety, you scored a touchdown against him in game 1, but tell me about the safety today.
Well, first of all, Brent, I'd just like to sincerely thank Jesus Christ for being a part of my life and taking all these guys for making it possible. The safety was a little bit of my trickery that I incorporated. I called to my defensive tackle, Eric Howley, and I told him that I was going to give him a dummy call, in which to make the offensive tackle think we're going to run a game. And I faked inside, and he bid on it all the way. And then I came outside, and there was John Elway out there, and I just wrapped him up and scored another 2 points.
Was it a physical football game? How would you characterize the play out there on the field, George?
I think initially it was very physical on us. It was very draining and taxing because we weren't accustomed to the hot weather. But after the second half, we came out and made some obvious adjustments, and we became accustomed to it and played our brand of football after that.
Congratulations. We're going to come back with another star of that defensive unit when the Super Bowl Today post-game show continues in just a moment. He is the chairman of the board of this defense, if you will, and please don't tug on Superman's cape. Lawrence Taylor is standing with Irv Cross. Irv?
Hey, Ben, did you ever wonder what was under number 56? You're looking at it right now.
Lawrence, how much did the heat affect your ball club?
Well, it affected dearly, in the first half, it was so hot, nobody could catch the breath and stuff. And I think the heat of the first half really made it much more difficult for us to play, but guys were getting tired. The second half, when it cooled off, we came out there, this is our type of weather, it's from great ball. And I think the cool weather second half gave us momentum to go in and play well.
Something unusual going on in this locker room. You're Super Bowl champions. I don't see any champagne. I don't see any flying around the locker room. When are you going to have a celebration?
I just don't understand. Maybe we have to put nets on our uniforms, something like that. But we'll have a little party later on tonight and over at the hotel, so we'll have some champagne, believe me.
Congratulations out there.
Thank you very much.
Brett? All right, Irv, thank you very much. One of the reasons why you don't see champagne in this locker room, the National Football League will not allow it in their Super Bowl celebrations. And we'll continue with our post-game show in just a moment.
I can lease a new Volkswagen Jetta for $166 today.
For the New York Giants, their first Super Bowl triumph, a shining moment they will never forget. Now we'd like to pay tribute to all of those at CBS Sports who made this broadcast possible for you this afternoon and this evening. So long, everybody.